Hello, it's giveaway time. Can you guess who the giveaway people are? Yes, it's HGLRC. And they kindly contacted me and said, hey, we'd like to give away a bunch of stuff because we're promoting some of our new things we've got. And so I wanted to take you through what you could get by taking part in the giveaway if you win. You'll get this hat. Don't worry, not this actual hat which I've sweated over. A proper new hat that they will send you. Also, the HGLRC GPS M80, which is a little GPS module. I've tested this before onto quads. I'll put a link up here and you can see how it performed. I used it on Betafly rescue mode, for example, and basically it showed me my coordinates and I could bring my quad back. Also, we've got this HGLRC LED boards. You get 4 of these. Basically, they're designed to kind of go on your arms and you can control the LEDs and stuff. Quite useful, especially if you're chasing other quads. Then you can really see where they are. And the real highlight of this one is the HGLRC DJI Zeus F722. Now this doesn't mean it's just for DJI, it just means it's got a handy UART ready to go, but it's got a lot of other really neat features in this one. These are kind of hard to show on this camera, so I thought what I'd do, we'll go out to close up, I'll show you these in more detail. Especially the Zeus, because it's got some really cool features, and maybe we can hook up the LEDs and see what happens. And as far as competition goes, it's these 3 items plus the hat, but not these ones because I've stuck my horrible grubby fingers over there, so HGLRC will be sending something straight to you. I'll tell you how you can enter after we go through these in close-up. Let's do that now. Okay, so just to save time, I've got them out of the main bags. I thought I'd just quickly show you what's in them all. So the GPS, the little M80, we've seen this before. You get the little GPS receiver. You get the plug to plug straight in, and then you can wire that up to your flight controller, and you get with that some stickers and some basic instructions. Just basically tells you the wiring, which is quite important. These are the LED boards, and you get 4 of these, and I've just hooked them up like this quickly to show you something later. But what you've got 4 LEDs per board, multicoloured. You've got the option of plugging in via a cable, or you've got solder pads there as well. You see there's an in and an out, so what happens is the signal wire will go in and you can take it out, so you can chain these together if you want to, or for this I'm going to have them individually. And they also come with these for heat shrinks, so obviously you don't want to cause any shorts by installing these on any carbon frames. I'll show you those in a minute. And here's the old flagship. Here's the Zeus F722, which is really quite special, and you get a whole bunch of stuff with it. Stickers, you've got the little squidgy standoff things to help it keep nice and steady, and you've got some connectors to solder on here should you want to. Also in that you get a huge amount of these cables, which just about caters for everything, which I'll show you in a second. But I just wanted to show you the feature of this board because yeah, there was pretty exciting stuff with it. Let me just see if I can get to a point where I can sort of zoom in and you can see. First thing to say, 3 to 6S LiPo that can power this, which is very useful. And on board there is a back output of 5 volts at 3 amp and also a secondary 9 volts at 2 amps. And you're probably wondering, well, why would you have a 9 volt as well? And there's 2 places. You'll stay just here. And one of the things is to run your VTX, because often, of course, these things won't run on 5 volts, but you don't necessarily want to put the full VBAT through them because that can cause some noise. The other place it runs is out here. There's a 9 volt supply here, and this is what would connect to your DJI Air unit, because the DJI Air unit, I'm reliably told, needs 7.4 to 17 point something volts to run. So that will run 9 volts there and run your Air unit no problem. You'll notice there's a lot of connectors around here. Some are shared with the pins, some are not. Some of the ones that aren't are the ones intended for your receiver, and this is, so you've got R1 there that would take your S-Bus signal, and you've got TX1 there if you are using Crossfire. There are 5 UARTs in total here, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. I'm not quite sure what happened to number 5, but there you go, that's just the thing. There is also here, I'll turn it around this way so we can see the lettering. This is where the camera should go. This is a 5 volt supply, ground, and there's 2 camera connections. So you can actually connect 2 cameras to this, and then you can set up user 1 in Betafly as a mode switch to switch between them. So if you want to set up a cheetah quad where you've got one camera at the front and one at the rear, so you can pretend you can fly backwards awesomely, that's what you can do there. And this socket here is kind of pre-wired to take a GPS or a compass, The cable that actually comes with it is set to take the GPS with compass from HGLRC, so it means it's got the SDA and SCL lines pre-wired, but we can just ignore that and plug the just plain GPS in that way. And these 4 connectors are for plugging the lights in. So I'm going to plug some stuff in now and show you kind of where we are once we plug stuff in and what we can use. Okay, so just using the stuff in the Zeus bag, and this is how many cables I've got left just from Zeus. I've connected up what I would say was a typical configuration using the wires we already had. So that would go to your ESC board and take power. We've got the 4 lights. We've got the GPS that was included. Now this cable did come in the Zeus pack, but it wasn't wired correctly at this side, so I've just changed it about so it was correct. And then we've got this one which would go to your DJI Air unit. So what I'm going to do is just replace that and just plug something in so I can show you a little bit more about these LEDs. I'm trying to figure out if I could get more of an awkward battery connected to that one, but let me plug it in. And you'll see what we get is LEDs turning on. I'm just going to turn it over so I can actually see it. And what we've got on here, although these are programmable LEDs by Betaflight, we've also got 2 buttons just on here, one of which is your boot, the other one is your LED button. And if we press them, we get different effects. What I'm going to do is just turn my lights down so you can actually see them. Here's the steady colours: blue, magenta, white, red, green, blue. And then if we hold it down, we'll go into what's called blinking mode. And we get various states of fade throughs and flashing and whatever. But you can control this all from a single button here, or we can do the programming through Betaflight. And the thing I forgot to mention while checking all that out is, look, it's got a USB-C instead of the old micro USB connector. It's all sort of up to date and things. Yeah, so that's the Zeus with most of the stuff that comes with it connected to it. Ta-da! So what do you need to do with all this nifty gear? The hat, the flight controller, the LEDs and the GPS, ready to basically go in a quad and get ripping. And very little. I asked HGLRC, what do you want me to do in terms of conditions? As they said, it's up to you. So although I'd like to say you have to subscribe to me and do some special things, I really can't tell who's subscribed and who's not. So all you have to do is comment down below and we'll pick someone at random in a week's time. You can make the comment funny or interesting if you like. It won't make any difference, but perhaps when I pick that comment at random, it'll be something fun to read out to people. But yeah, that's all you have to do. Just comment down below. In 1 week's time, I will do a live drawing where I will use one of those little tools to basically do a comment picker. If you put multiple comments in, you'll be removed from the draw, so don't try and do that. And we'll get the winner, and then I'll get in contact with you and we'll get HGLRC to send you the stuff over. In the meantime, thanks so much to HGLRC for sending this stuff and doing the giveaway. I really hope we can fix someone up with some really cool gear for them to fly. If there is a condition, I would say, hey, if you do win, I'd love to see your video of what you put it into and how it works for you. But that's all from me today. Good luck in the competition. Don't forget to subscribe anyway, because I'd really like you if you do that. And comment down below, and I'll be back in a week's time to do the drawing. Bye for now. Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing. And if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.